Activation confirmed. The terminal is completely sealed off.
We did it.
They've changed targets. The next terminal is just over there.
They're already on the move.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh?
I haven't hit my operating limit yet, but I'm going to dismount.
Whoa, hey, then who's taking point?
Pull it together. We don't need orders to kick some ass.
I won't be long. It's up to you.
Fine then. Let's roll, Yuki-chan.
Chihiro-san. Chihiro-san.
Look at that sunset. Just like it was back then. It's beautiful. I'm guessing you were monitoring me with a drone?
I have one locked on to you, yes. Their target's changed. They're coming back this way. It's dangerous here. We need to get you to safety.
Aw, don't tell me you're worried about me. How about you mind your own business? You already know how I feel. This is what I wanted.
Still.
More importantly, can you really afford to waste your time here? Or have you already given up? The invasion is still in its preliminary phase.
I've got time. First, I need to get you somewhere safe.
There are no safe places left. At least, none left for us. We're not safe anywhere. But you know that well enough. You're just losing precious time. Go focus on the job you're supposed to be doing.
Understood. I'll go. You'll find it safer towards the river. If, hypothetically, you wanted to know.
Wait. As long as we're both here, there's something I want to clear up. So, tell me. You were in love with Miss Morimura, weren't you? You said she was mind-hacked. But it was more about you being jealous, wasn't it?
That's hardly...
This may be our last chance to talk. Answer me.
You are correct. Is that what you wanted to hear? That I was driven by some cheap, naive impulse? That I can't think about anything else?
And that's why you brought back my memory too, isn't it? You never cared how you managed to do it. You just wanted her back.
So much.
I'm glad. You really were a slave to your desires. That's the Renya Goto I remember. It means I don't have to like you after all. Thank you. I think that's all I wanted to hear.
Professor,
You should go. After all, we still have our bet. Although it looks like I'm about to win it.
Activate Sentinel.
you leave me alone? It's dangerous out here. Just come with me, okay? Will you just... What are you... Don't worry. If you can't find your mommy, I can help you look. We just have to run away right now, okay? Oh, there you are, Miwako. Asami-chan! I'm so glad you're okay.
Jeez, you're so reckless. You shouldn't have come this way.
Kisaragi, that girl is...
I know already. I'll get back to the battle once Miwako's safe.
Is someone else here?
Of course not. Never mind. The evacuation route's that way.
Can I bring her too? Hey!
That's fine, just hurry up.
Alright, so only that first one would... Damn, that was a percentage jump. Only the first one was sort of like a lore dump. And now a flashback.
Strange. I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly makes me feel so... nostalgic.
Sunsets will do that, I find. Regardless of time period.
Yes, but... this must be... well, I suppose it must be one of those places. So? Where am I going?
I've rented an apartment under a false name.
Can't be any worse than our last accommodations. As long as it's not Rebel, I'll take it.
My apologies. If it's any comfort, I'm certain nobody will find you there. Not Shikishima, and certainly not Miss Morimura. I suppose we have Ida-san to thank for all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya Ida. And he's still missing, is he?
Yes. Let's go. Chihiro-san.
You think I'm the professor?
That is what I said. You are Professor Chihiro Morimura, a major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188. Namely, the leader of its space initiative.
What are you even talking about?
Just some hypotheticals. A possible interpretation of the evidence I found.
Okay, say I am the professor. Remember, Miss Morimura is the one who created me. You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself? How would that make sense?
Miss Morimura ran an experiment to grant her clone compatibility. She believed that you were synchronized to her. She believed it was her own data she transmitted. But it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0. And of course, you entered the world as a newborn, incapable of verbal communication. So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Certainly, yes. But if I'm right, and you are the professor, I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself. All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
What original plan?
Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's noted that he'd found an anomaly. Chihiro Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well, that would be us.
I don't know where you think you're going with this.
A bit of patience, please. There's a little more context I need to provide. The log from the future I saw first. That would be the comms log I found with my own ID. The first log I checked held some surprises. The author seemed to be an elderly Renya Goto. And the date of recording appeared to be 2188. I assumed it was some future version of myself. One that had time traveled into the far future. But now, I don't think that's the case. I believe it's the other way around. In other words, I myself am a clone of him. Every individual I saw in that log footage, they all created clones of themselves.
Clones, huh?
I did find a log that proves this point.
What did you see?
A comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering, I note.
Professor Takamiya, how are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations look good. Especially the survey range. We never expected a rate of expansion that high. It was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units. These probes are pretty much living machines now. They self-replicate using natural resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking down. An infinite cycle of self-replication on its way to its target. There's basically zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long after humanity's gone. Glad I came to an expert then. All that's left is the refinement of the memory cube. The infrastructural storage cell, right? The cube's made up of 5 identical memory layers. In theory, it'll compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. And if it can't be repaired, well... fine. 1 probe down. We've got thousands more. And our passengers? I'll be loading them up with the DNA of all the survivors. I've already got samples and data from all 15. Now it's just down to launching them. These clones will go with all our hopes on their shoulders. By the way, what do we do about him? I mean, after that DNA test. We do nothing. He doesn't have to know. What can I even say to him? Not much, I guess.
There were 15 survivors of that colony, each with a clone established to be compatible. Though they grew up in different eras, different worlds. And you aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own. That was your real plan. Right now, I imagine your biggest question is precisely how much of that log I've seen. Am I close? You do have a genius mind, but also the form of a child. I imagine it's harder than usual to hide your agitation.
It's absolutely not. Now you're just trying to trick me?
I'd say, based on that log, Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you know something about that.
Of course not.
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino? Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear. He's one of the 15 from the year 2188. So, any theories? Who was he in the year 2188? Care to guess?
Stop it.
No? Then allow me to clarify. That boy, Tsukasa Okino, is Professor Chihiro Morimura's son. But not her child by personal, conventional birth. The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman, in accordance with the policies on population control.
What?
Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious, until DNA testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son, which naturally sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal instinct. However, Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor. He had his disagreements with the project staff, too. When it seemed like her end was near, the professor recorded him one final message. One last chance for him to know the truth.
Stop! You saw that? But how? You'd need a biometric ID match to access that log. So you should only have been able to access your own. My logs and Okino's should have been locked off.
Thank you, Professor Morimura. Indeed, the files I could access were somewhat limited. Mostly company logs. Meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff. Barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
It's simple, really. That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works. Did it go through? Looks like that got me past the initial barrier, at least. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs.
Wait, wrong way. Wait, what? Fuyusaka.
Maybe, if I check Miss Morimura's logs, I might find a clue why your biometric ID matches hers. It really is her ID.
You in the clear, MK fan? Or wait, you have to wait a while, correct?
Yori Fuyusaka?
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful. She is Chihiro Morimura, a compatible version. If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is. Because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the two newborns to grow up with their own separate lives. Ida-san's idea, presumably. Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104, and Tetsuya Ida in 2024, yet neither could be found.
I knew Renya Goto of Shikishima pretty well. You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder. So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts. Considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
So is his entire story just gonna be him going all Sherlock on a little girl? What? Excuse me? Oh, you fuck! Alright, let's show you how far I got into this. Everyone's an alright level.
Is Jiro going too?
And we now have 52,000 meta chips. 5 more battles to be precise, yeah. Let me see, Ogata and Kisaragi need to be in there.
Let's go.
Okay, got it.
Aside from that, anything else?
I'll go.
I got
Let's trigger
this.
your brain overload so you can go into queue and come back later.
You want me to go?
Let's go.
Alright. Let's see what happens.
Look, Natchan, the Cultural Science Museum. We went there on a field trip once. Oh yeah, an elementary school. Man, that takes me back. I hope it's still standing after all this.
Sometimes that's all it takes, huh? Just give us some magnets and levers to mess with and we're happy.
Huh. Did you forget, Nanji-kun? That was where you proposed to me.
What?
Yeah, said you'd protect me forever. Oh, back in 2nd grade? He said that to me too. Oh, really? Well, Casanova, exactly how many girls have you proposed to?
What? Hey, I didn't mean it like that. Look, it was 2nd grade. I didn't know shit. I just wanted to be a hero. Protect everybody.
Daimo signatures. They're coming.
Perfect. Now I get to prove it.
Oh, Gata, you bite off so much more than you can chew. Alright. In the corner with standard strategies,
What can I do?
first step, initiate sentry gear.
Back me up.
I'll take them down quick. Help. We will.
Step
This
2,
isn't so hard.
eliminate anything that starts out on the board.
Was that okay? We must win.
Get us some AI.
Counting on you.
What now?
A flare torpedo actually would be okay if it was right on their spawn point, but
Your turn. Okay. What now?
they're gonna make this funny when he can.
Okay. What now?
All in the air. That's all of them.
Right here. Take it.
I won't give up. We
You're gonna
must
wait.
survive.
Get out of here. Stop it.
I need to think things through.
You don't got enough. More interceptors?
What to do?
You can't do that.
What's the
Yes.
situation? We will not lose. I can help.
I'll stop that. What do I do?
Only one thing left. That's gonna die of natural causes. Ah, you guys gotta get over there.
Be used to fights by now. Number 10, moving out. No
I
point.
need to think.
They're like any other punks.
There's a lot more than I was thinking.
Let's do this.
This is all pretty freaky.
Your MP standards are really fucking huge range. Let's wait for those guys to spawn in then.
This isn't so hard.
Man, we've got it rough.
How do you do this?
That one's actually red. Shit, okay. Then actually just give us a avenging sentry.
Deploying decoys.
Stay calm. I can do that. Your turn.
More interceptors.
Got a target on my back here. Okay.
I don't like how often I'm seeing red.
Enemies approaching.
Point overthinking it.
This isn't so hard.
We can't nuke it. If I wait longer, possibly. More sentries is never bad.
I'll try. They're like any other punks.
Oh, you guys are just blocking the path. Fine.
Class is in session. Got him. There it goes.
We must survive. So, I think
Can't
this
do
is
that
the
yet.
Yeah. What now?
They're getting more. That's all right. Show metrics for the ones that are in the
Thank
base.
you.
This could get ugly. That ought to be useful.
Let's get it.
Still can't do this yet.
Let's turn
What do I do? Come on.
Teleport's behind you.
They're like any other punks.
Fuck this guy up.
See ya.
I won't give up.
The city of destruction is actually getting higher than it's ever been for us.
I'm counting on you. What to do?
You actually do have why not?
Deploying decoys. This is all pretty freaky.
I hate how you're not getting any more.
Let's turn this around.
Fine.
Man, we've got it. What can I do? Back me up. Hope stay calm. I can do this.
Let's get rid of these guys.
Bingo. Oh no, you don't. What do I do? Die already. Yeah. That's
Just
it.
watch. There's still hope.
Are we winning? Your turn.
All right, only one left.
No point overthinking it.
Just run it.
What's the situation?
But if we can just kill it before it gets there, that's all the better. The nuke is a magical thing, just we don't get to use it that often.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed.
2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending technical analysis.
Well, so much for that museum.
All the old pieces of our daily lives are getting left behind.
I feel bad for saying it, but it's kind of hard to focus on being sad when I'm this hungry.
That's only fair. We've been fighting these monsters non-stop since sundown. If I could have anything, well, I was hoping I could enjoy hamburger again someday.
Once this is all over, I'll make as much as you want.
Sounds good. Am I still invited to this?
Of course.
Guess I'd better stay alive then. Wouldn't want to miss it.
I guess we did it.
Let's keep it going.
Surprised he did the most considering his turrets were only being singles. But alright. Still in S rank despite 8% city damage. Makes me wonder what the actual like clear point is between S and like A. Hamburg. Okay, you got brains. You're fine actually. Genome and Gota. I want... well, yeah.
Allow me.
I need to make you better. I really do. Haberganenser will allow you to will play the interceptor role of throwing down 8 per round. Aside that, like this is 0 cost and armor piercing, so I want to say it could be okay, but bitch.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
there.
you're technically almost as good as a melee unit. And
Understood.
missile rain and large missiles. Why not? We have 3 sentries on call, 2 people that can do interceptor memes as well as leg spikes if we need modes called armor penetration, and they can tank a hit or 2. Missile rain and large AoE clear should be good enough. Hopefully you don't let me down. Let us begin. I do not like that established shot already.
The D-forces already have us surrounded. We're pulling out all the stops here, but still. You think we can last until tomorrow afternoon? I know we can. I won't give up. I'll find a way. You're right. No point waiting around and moping about it. If you want to win, you'll have to fight for it. And I'm not about to let you take the lead. I won't lose either. I'm not scared of them.
Yeah? Atta girl.
Let the operation begin.
Okay.
Alright. Sentry to get started. That's a lot of enemies.
Now, enemy on me. Stay on
I
phone.
can help. Need help.
Always think ahead. Backup
Get me the
deployed.
interceptors.
No fight I can't win. Clean 'em up.
ones are.
This is all pretty freaky.
Alright, let's get this started. This group is a big no.
Where are they?
When did you have the drones? Last stream we started unlocking them and messing around with them, and they are just really useful to have. The big guy's still alive, but that can be handled with later. Funny enough, we don't actually need that now, so how about we fire everything?
Now.
Alright, more interceptors.
Okay, let's do this.
Now you actually probably should. Oh, I don't like that. Who's oh, you fucks.
Still not used to this thing.
Alright, then I need interceptors and hope that they intercept the missiles. Or if someone has a shield generator.
What now?
Can I draw their fire with a guardian?
I'm here. Stay calm.
Interceptors are shooting some of them down, but I'm not sure about how many they're shooting down. Okay, you know what? Yeah, EMP.
Don't move. Did I get it?
What's the situation?
Alright, another big guy landed right there. Get us some more sentries in different parts.
Always think ahead.
Your leg spikes are gonna take a while, but I now need you to be active.
22.
What's the
Advancing.
plan? Okay,
Same with you.
Let's do this.
Any big boss that showed up needs to be handled with.
Still not used to this thing. Clean
Next turn.
Kaiju have appeared.
You don't have enough yet. Thanks.
Can't mess this up.
Another great. Fucking great.
Back me up.
More sentries.
So, what's my next move?
I need you to get that super large missile right now.
Turn this around.
As long as I
Oh,
can
boy.
keep this thing moving.
Fine. If panic, shield.
Thank you.
I won't back down.
This is a bit more problematic.
Leave it to me.
Incoming heat signatures from above.
Alright, more sentries. Some more about to come over here, so let's make this flank a bit heavier on the sentries.
What can I do?
Back me up.
Let's give them something else to shoot at. That's no, one of them just jumped. That was an actual sentinel. Fuck this dude.
That easy. Signal offline.
Still not used to this thing.
Defense.
21. Defensive mode active.
You're almost there.
This is so hard. No way.
Oh, he's about to get fucking stumped.
Training.
That's worrying right there, but also, holy shit!
Now. I hit.
Stay on guard.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Move to this side and leg spike.
Timing. Good.
Alright. City's gonna take a bit of a beating right there, but oh boy. Alright, sentries up front. Wait, oh shit!
Mess this up.
I just saw the missiles. Okay, no. No. EMP pulse, take them all down.
I have to focus.
Alright. never a downside to have more guns that shoot when you can't.
Next move. Backup deployed.
Give me more interceptors. I think the ones that we have are kind of getting
Enemy on the move.
occupied.
What's our plan?
Defend.
As long as I can keep this thing moving.
Give me more. Actually, I probably should put a shield. Shit.
This is all pretty freaky.
Alright, now we're talking. What is the more annoying targets? You have more HP.
Watch this.
Gotta think.
Alright.
Okay.
These guys aren't going to actually try and advance on us.
What to do?
What's optimal?
Alright, leg spikes this guy.
Too slow. That easy.
Okay, what's the plan?
If you can get there faster, just rush it. Oh, wait, they're already gone. Okay.
Still not used to this thing. Okay, let's do this. Number 21 on the move. Still
Damn
not
it,
used
that already died. Oh well.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed. Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete. Surrounding 2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending tactical analysis.
You just worked. The terminal's closed off.
What's wrong, Ryoko? Are you alright? You're not hurt somewhere, are you?
No, just tired, that's all.
Hey, don't try to cozy up to Ryoko-san. She's not your girlfriend anymore.
Wait, Gojo-senpai and Shinonome-senpai dated?
I fail to see how that's relevant, Sekigahara. Yes. For about half a year during middle school. We split before we graduated.
But why? I don't remember.
It was her idea, and so was the breakup, though I couldn't tell you the reason.
My guess is you were the reason. The point is, stop bothering Ryoko-san.
Akun.
Did we do it?
Okay, he still took some
I'll
damage.
be fine. Just need to rest.
Alright, 4.4. Not that bad. I thought the city would have taken a bigger beating based off of how many things catch on fire. Eventually I'll find a point for all of these mystery points. Actually, let me check real quick.